Hey there, welcome back to Pepper Geek. In today's video, we'll be tasting 7 different cayenne pepper varieties and determining which one is the best.
We've been looking forward to doing this video for a very long time. We planned it out. Last year, we decided to grow all of the cayennes that we could and determined which one was our favorite.
Yeah, we actually reached out to you guys on Instagram and you suggested some of the cayennes to grow, and many of them are here today. And so we're going to go through one by one, talk a little bit about the plant, show you pictures of the plant, and then taste the peppers, of course, and give our rating.
And we have a palate cleanser here of freshly sliced apples for in between, but our mouth very well might be on fire by the time we're done with this.
Oh, it will be.
So that being said, let's get started.
Okay, so let's start off with the Cayennetta pepper. It is a hybrid and it produces these really small plants with tons and tons of pods on them. Some notable things about the plant: they're really small, but they have really heavy yields. There seem to be more peppers on the plant than there are leaves. There were some disease issues. They are kind of cumbersome to harvest. You kind of have to reach in there and grab them. And some of the peppers seem to soften quickly. But besides that, really impressive little plants. They really just pump out lots of peppers. So with that, shall we start the agony?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, we have some pre-slices here. Little slices so that we can pace ourselves. All right.
Cheers.
Cayennetta. Sweet and flavorful right up front.
Not crazy on the heat, yeah.
It has some heat though.
Yeah, it's good.
A little bit of bitterness, but pleasant.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's a good cayenne.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is going to be hard to keep up with because it's going to feel hotter
yeah.
as we move on. I'm just going to, I don't know, this feels like a normal cayenne heat to me, so I'm going to rate the Cayennetta as a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I also like the size of them. You know,
Yeah.
It's kind of like, 3 to 4 inches long. And just a nice little cute pepper, you can kind of meter it out with that size. The only thing with that and a couple of the others here are that they're hybrids, so if you save seeds from that, you can't really grow them out and expect the same thing to come in next year.
Share an apple slice. Cleanse the palate. Great, so the next cayenne pepper that we have is the red Ember cayenne, and these peppers are great. They have a really consistent pod size. And the plants themselves are very compact, but you get a really decent harvest off of them. And these guys were really resistant against any rot or disease, so.
Yeah, very little rot and disease on these, no blossom end rot or anything. Much bigger than the previous. You can see probably another 2 inches on there and thicker. This is also a hybrid, but I think it was an AAS winner way back in the day. Sort of has some accolades to it, so. Okay.
Accolades. You fancy.
Red Ember.
Cheers.
Cheers. Much different flavor.
Yeah.
I don't like it as much. No.
No.
Nope.
No, I don't like it as much either.
And I grew one of these over the winter and made powder, and the powder was pretty good. It was good cayenne powder, but fresh. It's sweet, but it doesn't have like that same sort of bite that I like that we got in the Cayennetta. Mm-hmm. So red Ember, good pot, good shape and size. Pretty prolific plants, and they're small, so you could throw it in a pot. Flavor, at least from that pepper, not my favorite. And then
that's like more like a 4 though.
4 out of 10 for the red Ember. Mm-hmm. It tasted a little sweeter, but it just had less punch. I don't know. Okay, palate cleanser. Okay, so cayenne pepper number 3 is the red Flame. So red Ember to red Flame, much different pod shapes. They're thinner. It sort of looks like your just quintessential pepper. It's like, this is a red chili pepper. Kind of curling going on some of them. Really cool peppers. And this plant was the best, in my opinion. In terms of just looking at the plant, full of pods, pretty big, not huge, not the biggest plant we grew, but a good size, full of peppers, no disease issues, no rot. It just grew really well, so I have high hopes, and I'm hoping that this is a really tasty pepper as well, because so far it looks like the front runner.
Let's do it.
Red Flame. Got some seeds in there.
I don't like it at all. I don't like that.
I'm so sad.
I really don't like that. I mean, compared, it's okay, but like, womp womp.
No, so here's the thing. Confession time. I tried this before.
What?
I tried one of these.
What?
It's the only one that I've tried so far, and I loved it. But this one doesn't, hang on.
Should we slice up a different one?
it doesn't have the same flavor that I got the first time.
What do you think?
Well, I think it's okay. It's probably my second favorite in terms of flavor out of these three. But again, you can't argue with this size and shape. I mean, they're probably 5 or 6 inches long. Heat level, I would probably put it around a 4. I don't know how you're doing. Maybe 5? It's in the middle, yeah. But let's go with a 5. So
things are building, I think, or
things
that
are building
hotter,
as well.
I don't know.
So I like this pepper. Again, I think so far for me these are tied, just based on the prolific nature of the plant, and the flavor's decent, pretty good. Crystalline wasn't a big fan, but
you know. All right, the next cayenne pepper that we have is the Joe's Long.
These monsters.
Yeah. So these pods can grow up to like a foot each.
Yeah, I mean, this one's got to be close right there.
Yeah, for sure. Out of all the cayenne peppers we grew, the Joe's Long was the tallest plant.
By a long shot. It was probably like almost a foot taller than any other. Just a really strong, sturdy plant, thick stem at the base, and it had a decent harvest. I mean, each pod is significantly bigger than pretty much anything else we grew.
Yeah, and they you know, I love that they curl, and they're just
They're quirky.
Super quirky and unique.
And this was definitely one that was recommended to us on our poll on Instagram, so
yeah,
definitely cool. There was some blossom end rot. You tend to get that with the longer peppers. Any long pepper, really, you'll start to see the base either drying out or going black. So we did see some of that with the Joe's Long, but many of them were perfect. So.
And we've never grown this one before.
Nope. So my mouth's burning. This is definitely gonna be tainted by that, but let's try the flavor. Joe's Long.
Oh.
Wasn't sure at first, but the sweetness came through.
Mine fell like in the back of my throat, so
It's spicy actually, yeah. I mean, again, I think it's just gonna be building, so it's hard to really tell, but I think this one's a little hotter than the first three. I would put it at a 6.
Yeah, I agree. Whoa, Joe.
Whoa, Joe.
It's not like as sweet as the Cayennetta though.
We're gonna have to come back to that because we
Yeah.
were both like blown
that's
away,
true.
right? But maybe it's
Is it just
because
the first pepper?
now our mouths are burning and we're angry
Yeah,
at
a little
the
bit.
world a little bit.
Yep.
And definitely one of the coolest, I mean, probably the coolest.
For sure,
Cayenne that we
for
do.
sure. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it's yeah. I have my issues with that. We'll get there.
Should we take a break?
We go right through. We go right through.
Cleanse your palate.
By the way, we're going to be doing this same thing with our jalapenos this year. We have a bunch of different jalapeno peppers to try, so if there's anything that we don't do in this video that you'd like to see on that comparison, let us know in the comments and we'll be sure to include it. 3 more to go. Next one up is the large red thick. That is the actual name of this pepper. Not very creative, but... So this plant had a bunch of issues. It was kind of squat and it grew in kind of weird directions, as you can see. And some of the peppers started to crack on the plant, like this one, and they kind of softened on the plant. I could have potentially let this go a little bit too long, but you can feel it's kind of soft, so...
I'm sick of cayennes.
Yeah, there's a lot of cayennes all at once. Okay, large red thick. It tastes kind of like relish. Did you get...
It's very different, but...
Was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's different, but I can't put my finger on it. It's not very flavorful, but it like...
It's very mellow in terms of flavor.
Yeah.
Like it's sweet. And that could be because this, you know, these are very ripe. It's got that really deep red ripe color.
Yeah, I'm kind of bored by it.
Yeah. In terms of heat, I would put it at a 3.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's even after all of those, you know, it's...
Yeah. It like didn't add much at all.
Exactly. The next cayenne pepper we're going to try is called the Ring of Fire, and this is supposed to be the hottest pepper of the group. So
yeah, this was another one recommended by you lovely people, and so we haven't tried it before. I know it's pretty popular actually, but we haven't grown it yet. So the pods were the smallest of the group, as you can see, sort of like your normal, just old school nail shape. What shape is that? I don't know. It just looks like a bullet or something. But they're small, and we did have some issues with the plant. Many of the pods were cracked, and some of them were split wide open right on the plant. Maybe they were left there a little too long, but they also took the longest to ripen, so they were like the last ones to start turning red. They do seem to be pretty productive, so that's definitely a bonus, and we'll see how they taste and how hot they are. Ring of Fire.
There we go.
Oh.
I like it. I like that a lot.
Oh boy. We might disagree. That's kind of soapy.
It's florally.
It kind of tastes like soap.
I don't know.
Did you ever have your parents put soap in your mouth when you swear?
I thought your parents put hot sauce in your mouth.
They did both.
Oh.
One of them turned out to be, ineffective. But the soap was gross. It's hotter though. Yeah.
It's definitely hotter. I mean, I'd give that like a 6 or 7 maybe.
6 or 7, yeah. I think it's up there. But yeah, it's just got that like underlying floral. It's like getting into my nasal passageway. It's not the heat, it's the flavor that's like kind of bothering me. You liked it though. I like
it.
So, and a lot of people do.
Maybe
if you're going for heat though.
That's the hottest out of the bunch.
It's coming now, yeah.
For sure.
It's good though. I mean, yeah, that's a good pepper. You know, aside from the splitting open.
Oh my. I need more milk.
You're not done. One more.
This is really hot. Just give me like 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, that one definitely brought it up a level. It's definitely a 7. It's definitely the hottest here. I mean, in terms of cayenne, it might be a 10. It might be one of the hottest cayennes available, but in terms of other peppers, it's not, it's not like habanero or ghost pepper or anything crazy, but it's hot.
One more pepper. Let's do this.
Okay, last one up is the Buena Mulata, and probably the most interesting plant because you start off with the purple pods and they go sort of yellowy orange and then eventually red. So technically it's a red cayenne. I don't, is it a cayenne? I think so. It looks like a cayenne. It turns red like a cayenne. Although it's beautiful, it did have issues. Many of the pods had blossom end rot, like this one here. Kind of a small, sparse plant, not as big and productive as any of the others, really. And it just kind of had those problems. So it may be beautiful, and a lot of people grow this one, but let's see how it stacks up against the others.
I mean, the pods are purple. I love this color. This is like my favorite color.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Cheers.
All right, Buena Mulata.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not good, not bad.
We tried one of these on our live stream, though it wasn't fully ripe.
Yeah, it was like purple still. Heat level, it seems like it actually cooled off my mouth.
I know, yeah. It's not hot, really.
I would give it a 3 again.
Yeah.
Okay, so with all of that said, which cayenne is our favorite?
Definitely the Cayennetta, followed by the Ring of Fire for me.
That's your choice? Okay, Cayennetta is your number 1, and then Ring of Fire. So this was like a 5 right up the middle for heat. That was the hottest. This one did have an interesting. All right,
Let's try it again. Now that we've done it all.
You take a little nibble off that end. I'll nibble this end. So Cayennetta, one more taste now that we're on fire.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh no, it is interesting. It's still good.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah.
It's the best flavor.
I'm so disappointed because I wanted this to be my favorite. And it is a good pepper. This is probably my number 2 at this point after the Cayennetta. Red Flame is my number 2, but Cayennetta, it might just be a great pod or whatever, but really, really great flavor. Right up the middle on heat. Yep. That would work well in hot sauce ferment or make your own cayenne powder or even just throw one of the chilies in with your stir fry, whatever. Great pepper. Really, really dense yields too. So yeah, what cayennes did we not grow this year? What's your favorite? Let us know in the comments below which cayennes we should maybe grow next year and compare against our favorites from this year.
And as we said, we are going to be doing this with jalapenos, and we're also going to be doing it next year with different peppers. So if you have any ideas of what peppers we should grow to compare, let us know. We're going to have some trouble off camera.
Yep. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hang on.